The fact that the collective West is back to imperialism is absolutely clear today. I mean, in fact, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State of the United States, he said recently at a major conference in Europe that the West has to go back to maintaining its dominance. The West has to keep its grip upon the world. So, at the same time, the world has changed. That incredible technological gap that made imperialism possible doesn't exist anymore. We can see that in Iran. I mean, they found ways of countering Western military dominance. There's no doubt that setting up the IPCC was a major step because it created, as it were, an authoritative body that could communicate the findings to the world. But, the really sad thing is that climate scientists in general, they had a very naive idea about science. They took it for granted that if they presented findings to the world, the politicians would follow because they believed that, states are rational, that especially Western states follow rationality. But all of that has gone out of the window. We see that that's not the case at all. When the findings of scientists clash with the profits of big corporations, the big corporations always win. What can I say? One thing that has become absolutely clear is that the political elites of today are completely bankrupt in every sense. I mean, I don't think the world has ever seen a leadership as terrible as we are seeing today, The problem for Europe is that at this point in time, Europe, for the first time in its history, going back 400 or 500 years, is becoming absolutely marginal. Marginal, powerless, irrelevant. As we can see in these recent wars, all the major deliberations have taken place, not in Europe as it used to happen in the past, but in the Middle East, in Bahrain, Qatar, etc. So I think this is a very great blow to Europeans, to find themselves increasingly sidelined, increasingly unaware of their place in the world. I think that's one of the reasons why European leadership, Europe's present leadership, often seems like they just don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing, they can't find a way to establish their own relevance.